Hello, my name is Nadine. So today I want to talk about my tiny little steps into journalism and some other stuff. So basically, uh, ever since I was a kid, people suggested to me a lot that I would be a good journalist because I asked too many questions. Um, and also when I was in Denmark when I was 20, my uh, Danish coach, she was also telling me that I should pick up journalism. But I was so young and I passed it. But now, looking back, I think it should have been the profession of my life from the start. I should have listened, but I didn't. So, um, I know it's a learning process, and it's like the same with other learning processes, like the same with languages. You just don't wake up and speak the language. It takes a process. For me, I started learning English from the age of, well, really learning from the age of 10. I always had a vocabulary uh, in my pocket for 10 years till the age of 20. And simultaneously, I started writing diaries at that time, about 10. So I had diaries for 20 years until the age of 30. And also because I was studying English and also writing diaries, all my diaries were, and well, for it just became a habit. It was in English, and also I wrote poetry there. And my English teacher in high school often asked me to sort of um, read out my poems in front of the class, and people enjoyed. Well, everybody enjoyed, and especially when you know mock exam or something was cancelled that day, or something like that. But um, so everything is an effort. Everything is motivation. Everything is even passion. I think the moment I heard English language, I was so passionate about it. Um, so the same, I think, the more time passes, the more I kind of feel about uh, journalism, and especially real journalists stands for the same thing as I do, the truth, the truth. And I'm so glad that many people are kind of moving from Facebook to YouTube. Like I'm not on Facebook for a few years now, um, and I'm glad I'm here on YouTube. So I know it will take a long time for me to figure out how to do things and learn, learn various things, but I'm ready for it. And like last week, I took my first interview. Hmm. It was interesting, and I'm very thankful to this girl. And I will be bringing more and more people. And what interesting is, as time passes, uh, I feel more relaxed on YouTube. That's so strange. No, but it's true. People are saying that as time passes, you will feel relaxed. So I don't know, at some point I kind of will have to decide like what kind of journalism am I gonna embrace? Like, is it gonna be cultural or social or political or investigative? Or maybe both, political, investigative, or I don't know. Do you know, like every rabbit hole have about 10 rabbit holes under the rabbit hole. So everything comes to light. So, and it's good. And I think it will, more and more people, there will be at some point more people on YouTube than on Facebook. And people have had so enough, everyone has had enough. A lot of people understand how this matrix operates. A lot of people understand. That's a society that is, not society, but the world that is completely aft. But like, for example, I'm just having such a big question in my head. Like, for decades and decades and decades, they were raising money for starvation through tele ads for starving children in Africa. Do you know, guys, I did my research, well, not research, but I was looking into countries, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, aren't they supposed to look like Germany, the whole of Africa? With, I think I wouldn't be surprised if half a billion or billion was raised. But where are they? Where? That's a big question. Sorry, there's a train. So that's a big question. And there are other many questions. Like what I've noticed, that these people, not only they are so community, they embrace their community. Uh, there is a saying like it takes a village to raise a child, and it's very true in many countries in sub-Saharan region. Very true. Most of their problems came from outside, and whatever problems inside that happened were created from outside. And whoever needed to benefit from it, they did tremendously. So, and they still do, robbing minerals and everything. So basically, what is great, uh, so great, apart from them being so friendly, so great people, they also, they know what they eat. I mean, majority of us don't. I remember when I was a kid, we would go to the shop and I could smell apples. I could smell, kind of, there was a kind of like a sense of smell of fruits, veggies, or there was sense of smell of uh, berries, like for example strawberries. They're supposed to smell. I mean, apples supposed to smell. Everything's supposed. Everything should smell. But like when you go into the shop or market, or not market, market is still okay, some, but like shop, like supermarket, like the brand, the big brands. Uh, when you go into there and you see um, like all the fruit, veg, I mean all of its stuff, uh, it looks like plastic and it tastes like plastic. I've heard about Monsanto a lot. Um, I have this friend in Germany, and she was telling me all about it 20 years ago. And she was very cautious, and she was telling us to be cautious as well about it. So what Monsanto does, research it, guys, and don't believe whatever they say. Really, like, research for yourself. If not one rabbit hole, then another rabbit hole. But as I say, um, there's a saying like every rabbit hole has 10 rabbit holes underneath, especially if something they want to hide, really hide. So, and bad enough that there is control over food that people consume. The only people that really uh, eat healthy, they know what they eat. Well, most of Africa, because they grow their own. They all have lots of land. Uh, they all grow. They have crops twice a year. They're fine. Also in Asia as well, many of them are okay. But what about Western world? What about Bill Gates now scoping so much of the land? I mean, people are standing up. Not standing. People are voicing everything, and it's good. I love when people talk truth, say truth. I love truth. I mean, in the last, I guess, 2 months, I've lost a lot of weight. But when I look at this food, I don't even want to eat sometimes. I didn't lose weight because of food. But, like, when you kind of go inside of the shop and you look at certain things, and you kind of notice that they don't taste the same as they tasted like 30 years ago when you were a kid, or I don't know, don't taste the same. I mean, I've noticed as well that a lot of, I mean, everything is sort of like appearance based. How the apples look, how the pears look, how cucumbers look, how this and that looks. Not what inside of it, but how it looks. So people would prefer to take something that looks good, but they don't know what was inside, kind of what's inside and what modification this product went through. So that's what I want to talk about today. So Africa is fine. They're doing their thing there, and um, I believe that future will be good. The whole humanity will stand up and say enough is enough. And it will. I actually feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. So, so it's, and so for today, this is it. Till next time.